You're live with KBLP with ideas on the jam. Normally we go till 5 in the morning. We get it in. Tonight's the throwback night, so I only did a couple hours and I had some internet issues. But we do also do Conspiracy Fridays. It's the name of a show. The show don't fall on a Friday all the time, but we do it maybe once a month. And I'm gonna go into a show. I'm gonna give a shout out to ODD TV and Jay Dreamer. So if you're a YouTube subscriber, make sure to subscribe to these guys. These guys are pretty awesome. I've been into the Giants. Everybody knows, I've been podcasting for a while now, and I just been intrigued with Giants, but I had never heard of Jay Dreamers just till recently, and ODD had him on a podcast. It was a 2-hour podcast. I'm not going to play the whole 2 hours, but I'm going to play some of it for you if you are into Giants. I thought, I went by the indoctrination that, the government said that, Giants were 6 foot to 36 feet tall. In all reality, there were even bigger giants than 36 feet tall, up to 100 feet tall, or maybe even more back in those days. It was, the Nephilim, the whole story. If you read the Bible, you'll find out what they're talking about. The sons of daughters had babies with the fallen angels, and the Nephilim were the giants that were created. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty out of this world, to be honest with you. But I have been following this for a while, and I'm really intrigued. And I have been listening to ODD for over a year now, and I have been researching flat Earth every day of my life. Every day, flat Earth has come up, and now recently, hollow Earth has come into play because all the underground tunnels that they've shown these underground tunnels all the way from Washington, D.C. to Colorado to California to Arizona. It is amazing, and we've seen some of this stuff, and I personally wonder why we have the second largest airport in the world with DIA. So, and ODD did a thing a while back saying this is the headquarters of the Illuminist. Well, it really could be, because the Rothschilds have to go through Colorado to become into their organization or whatever. So it's pretty crazy. That you'll have to get into ODD. ODD has a lot of information on that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play, ODD has an awesome song, the Flat Earth, we're Flat Earth Northland. We have about 30 members. Well, actually, now it's 40. There's over 40 members in Flat Earth Northland, and we also have Thornton Flat Earth, and we have about 12 members in that. So both are growing. We're right next to each other. So I know everybody heard about the shooting at Walmart. So we're right next to Walmart, basically. I know everybody heard it. So people who do listen to this tonight, or who listen to it anytime, I don't know, this is the first one we're doing at this time because the jam had some issues. But hopefully we don't have any issues on this one tonight. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into ODD's song first, and then from there, I'm going to go ahead and play his, as much as possible with Jay Dreamer. He's had about 7, these podcast things that I would like to be a guest on his show. It's pretty awesome. He gets really in detail into these shows. But Jay Dreamer, he kind of took me to a different level of my thought of giants. So we grew up on the story of David and Goliath, right? Well, David, they measured him out to about 19. Jay Dreamer's going to say he was about 13 to 14 feet. But in the Bible, they said he was about 19 feet. And the one thing it didn't bring up they probably did bring it up, but Goliath had 3 or 4 other brothers that were taller than him. So it's pretty amazing. So, this thing has interested me forever, and I've talked about it with the other podcasters. I want to make a trip to West Virginia. They have a grave site with giants, and these giants aren't even that tall, but it's a start for me. They are from 7 to 9 foot tall. And there's, I think, 8 or 9 of them lined up on a mountain in a hill. And I just want to go visit it and look around and see, maybe they lived there. Maybe there was a tribe there. I don't know. But it's in West Virginia. And I'm going to be making the trip soon. So, we're going to be having some fundraise stuff, some monetization going on. So keep an eye on it. Help us out with it. You know what I mean? We're trying to get to another level we're trying to get as high as these other guys as far as podcasters. KBLP's been in business for over a year now, and it's doing awesome. So keep supporting us as much as possible. We'll keep bringing you great content every week. We have so many podcasts, and we don't just do one. We don't just do one kind of podcast. We have several different kind of podcasts that I think that could interest everybody. So make sure we have a book podcast. We have an old school music podcast. Now we got a new rap rock podcast. We got a rock podcast. We got an old school rock podcast. We have AHS, which is American Horror Story. We have The Walking Dead. So you have a lot to choose from with KBLP. So I'm gonna get into this song real quick, and then first song I'm gonna play one song, and then I'm gonna play ODD's song, and then after that we'll get into ODD's podcast with his broadcast with Jay Jemer, who I'm now a subscriber to on YouTube. Other people that I subscribe to on YouTube are Richie from Boston, D Marble, Willow, I can't remember her, Willow Green. She's pretty good. She does the TDA stuff and a bunch of other things of that nature. So look into her, but she also's into flat earth, hollow earth, different things of that nature. So make sure you check her out. So once again, your live ideas. If I can get more information on other podcasters that I subscribe to, I will. I keep a small circle of podcasters that I subscribe to, that I trust, that are really intelligent as far as what they're talking about. And when you hear them, at first when I heard Jay Jemer, I was like, oh no, here we are, cartoonish stuff. And then he really got into some deep stories. It was really impressive. So I'm gonna let loose here and go into this song real quick, and then when I get back, I'm going to play ODD's TV Cartoon Ball. It's one of my favorite songs now. He just clowns. NASA is about to fall. Sorry, guys. NASA, their lies and their corruption is just out of this world, and there's too many people that know what NASA's doing. They're, $18.4 billion per year they receive from tax money. So just right there alone tells you something's up. There's something fishy. So, and they're really at the edge of crumbling, so they're gonna, I think that they're gonna crumble, and they're gonna make it to where they knew it all along that this was a certain way or whatever. So we'll see. Neil deGrasse Tyson said the earth looked like a pear shape, skinnier at the top and wider at the equator. So that's a quote. So if you go back and listen to it. So there's so much stuff. But the giant thing, I really wanted to get into real quick. So I'm gonna play this song real quick, and then when we get back, I'll play ODD's song, and then we'll get into ODD's broadcast. And thank you, ODD, for letting me play your broadcast. I really do appreciate it. Also, thank you, Jay Jingmer, and I will promote as much as I can for you guys, so the masses could hear it, because they need to hear this. You guys, people need to be woke. It's time to be woke, guys. Just listen to me. I was 2 years ago, I was not woke. I believed the earth was round. I believed everything the government told us was the truth. And except for chemtrails. Chemtrails I started with in the 90s. And I talked to my mom, and I told her that the government's controlling our weather ever since the 90s. So I know, I always say she probably thought I was crazy, but come to find out, it's the honest truth. It's no conspiracy. It's the truth. It's no conspiracy theory. It's an actual happening. So here you go. Check out this song real quick, and I'll be right back.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Alright, yeah. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange.
Yo, this is T-Beats. It's Saturday night. I'm drinking, I'm smoking, and you know I'm listening to Ike Dog and the Mudfizzle Jam.
It is Photoshop, but it has to be. It is Photoshop, but it has to be. It is Photoshop, but it has to be.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
A lie is a lie, and it don't matter how many dumb sheeple believe it. And the truth is the truth, hiding right out in plain sight, and still people don't see it. Man, this shit got me heated, and I won't stop till the elite are being defeated. They keep us deceived about everything that we think, and they keep it a secret. What we're taught is not conducive with reality. Big bang, evolution, and there's gravity. I tell the truth, and then these motherfuckers laugh at me, telling me the earth is Photoshop because it has to be. Most people accept the deception happily, but what they're doing to us all is a tragedy. God created the heavens and the earth in a verse, but we're living in a
famous on the galaxy.
They say we're monkeys on a ball flying through outer space, but there's no proof, it seems to have vanished without a trace. NASA and other agencies falling down from grace. You can take that bullshit pseudoscience and get out my face. I'm the antisocial type, you're a government prototype. That's why you make it a point to tell me that I'm crazy every time you're angry, cause you know I'm right. I'm standing outside the house of cards about to watch it fall. No more living on a cartoon ball. Horizon means horizontal. Indoctrination is awful because you're taught the globe model. Ever since y'all could crawl. We follow rapists and murderers, liars, thieves, and sun worshippers, saying we can't see curvature, cause we're all too small. And though it's never been